what's rough is the worst time that I have with my endometriosis is when other people are sick. So it took me a really, really long time to depend on others or like rely on others at all for anything ever. Um, and it it takes a lot. It takes a lot for endometriosis to get believed that it's a thing to begin with or get diagnosed. Um, But once it's diagnosed and once you actually like you have a name for it and you're relying on people or talking to people, it just means a lot to have your stuff actually diagnosed. And so I will tell you that it's a big like problem because if she's finally gotten to the point where she's actually leaning on people for like, hey, this is what's going on, and like trusting people, confiding in people, yada yada, and they aren't there or they aren't dependable or whatever. It's a rough. It's like a rough boat. So I'm not gonna say that it's super easy, or that it's gonna be like because you having seizures is like it's gonna be super rough for a while. That because like she won't be able to lean on you at all. Like it sucks to say that, but like you're not gonna be a person that can go pick up her medicine for her or can help her down the stairs or can like some of the stuff that it just yeah. So just don't get offended if she feels alone. That's the only thing, that's the only advice because the worst feeling in the world is feeling like a fucking burden for some people. And if you can't get someone to realize that they're not a burden, especially someone with chronic, I mean you know cuz you have seizures. So you probably know that feeling of socially feeling like a burden. Just know that like be understanding that she's gonna feel that way and that you're not doing anything wrong and she's not doing anything wrong and it's just a feeling that y'all have to work through. And it won't go away. Um, but honestly, best advice in the world is get yourself some friends, some mutual friends that understand your seizures and epilepsy, understand her endometriosis, and support you both in living lifestyles, even though your lifestyle may not like, it doesn't make sense. Like, most people are like, oh, stay indoors and stay safe and like be medicated and like do the thing. But like, if you're trying to live a life outside of that, get friends that actually encourage and then understand when shit falls through. Don't just like get friends who think that you're being flaky or like to build an environment around your like illness, not like for people to pity party you or like fucking suck your dick about it, but like get friends who can support you realistically. Because friends who are like, yeah, let's hang out, and like, oh, I guess we have to can't any sort of guilt tripping or bullshit or like non-understandingness just has no existence in endometriosis or epilepsy or any illness for that matter. Even if it's depression, like get real friends. Get grown ass adult friends who realize that life fucking happens and things aren't perfect and they'll accept you and love you for when you are there and when you can love and when you can give and when you can party. Or they'll accept you and love you when you don't feel like doing those things, and respect your space and respect your time and like get that. But yeah, it's hard, and I'm not gonna like lie to you. Finding people like that's fucking hard. Also, coming to the like emotional conclusion that it's okay for things not to work all the time or like be okay all the time and like It's a trip. It's a trip and a half. So, but yeah, that's my like honest advice. Also, get someone that you last bit. All right. Get someone who doesn't just, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Or like, "Oh, that must be hard." Get someone who's like, "Man, did you shit yourself today?" Like, who can laugh it off with you. Get somebody who's not scared to talk about it. Like, desensitize the conversation so you can have real conversations about it. So it's not just like, oh, I had another tough day. Like, get someone who's like, dude, I was having sex and literally started having a seizure. And they're not like, oh my God, don't tell me because you were having sex. Like, just be like, oh, fuck, dude. Well, did you like did you, you know, like you gotta have somebody who can have the conversation and it not be like what's it, taboo. I don't know if that makes any sense, but for people like me, especially like when it comes to infertility or girl stuff or poop, like everyone likes a good fart joke, but no one likes a good poop joke. You know what I mean? So as long as you're out there, just try. And the thing is, like, you don't have to like insta friend people and I'm gonna make you be that friend. Just, dude, just keep being yourself and keeping open and honest, and people will stick around. Like they're either gonna stick around for the shit show or they're not the one. Someone you can joke around with. Yeah. Cause like when it comes to serious shit, like seizures and fucking bedridden pain, that shit gets so depressing. Especially for multiple years. So if you don't have someone you can joke around with it about, it's gonna emotionally overwhelm them pretty quickly, and they won't be around to talk about it and be that support for you or her or anything like that. So somebody who can actually break past that barrier and is comfortable talking about the real topics, cool. Yeah. But I believe in you. Like, you're so friendly, and there's no way in the world that she's not. So, I believe it. Ah. Oh no. What if I told you I just spilled tea? No. I don't have any napkins. Who doesn't keep napkins by their desk? I'm like I'm the, oh my gosh. Who does that? Also, I keep empty bottles at my desk, but not a fucking napkin.